Total Peace is an EU-funded cooperation project about non-violence and the promotion of a peace culture. It focuses on the remembrance of crucial events and topics in Europe's recent history by the means of a journey across 6 personalities who positively influenced the political, cultural and social sphere. The project opened in Portugal on the occasion of the 1974 Carnation Revolution that ended the totalitarian regime started by Salazar. The inspiring character was Celeste Carreiro, an ordinary citizen who became a symbol of the revolution by distributing carnations to the soldiers leading the action against the regime in Lisbon on the 25th of April, 1974. The event focused on the Portuguese regime and revolution through the experiences of different characters in the socio-political sphere. Through support of online tools, key audience-engaging activities were set up. An imaginary encounter theatre lab performed on live stream, focus groups on storytelling, and a clown parade in the streets of Lisbon, who distributed carnations to the local audiences. The second event, organised by Peace Centre Forlì, focused on the International Peace Promotion Day and Alexander Langer, an Italian politician, journalist and professor, among the key theorists of 20th century's environmental peace-oriented movements in the EU. Its symbolic flower was the wild Edelweiss, which is widespread in Langer's birthplace in South Tyrol, and symbolizes the pacific coexistence between its German-speaking inhabitants and the Italian-born population. During the 2-day online sessions, extensive seminars and debates were held to illustrate Langer's works in politics and in the theorization of peace civil corps. Key testimonies also brought their experience from non-violent interventions in conflict areas. The third event in Czech Republic was associated to Václav Havel, former dissident during the USSR rule, and the first democratically elected president of the country. White heather was linked to Havel as a resilient evergreen plant representing hope under dictatorship. During the online event, lectures about the life of Havel were given, including one speech from Daniel Kraupe, a key political personality in Czech national politics after the Velvet Revolution, and public reading of Havel's works. Sessions were paired with musical exhibitions performed by the Philharmonic Orchestra, including a grand live-streamed final concert. The fourth event could finally be in presence in Court de Poblet, in the metropolitan area of Valencia. The leading topic being women's rights. The reference character has been Federica Montseny, a strong anarchist politician and writer committed in class fight and female emancipation from the 1930s up to the 1990s. The iconic flower associated to the event was mimosa, a worldwide symbol for International Women's Day. The whole event involved different target audiences, from schools who attended a seminar and film screening about Montseny, to local citizens who marched together with the local Committee for Women's Empowerment in the traditional 8th March parade. The fifth event in Lodz was dedicated to the personality of Marek Edelman, a Polish political and social activist from the General Jewish Labour Bund party. He played a crucial role in the late 19th century in the resistance against Nazis. As a spring flower symbolizing rebirth, hope and resilience, the yellow daffodil inspired this event. On each anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, Edelman would indeed place daffodils by the monument to the heroes of the ghetto for freedom and solidarity. After visiting the local permanent exhibition dedicated to Edelman, followed by a lecture on the history of Bund Party and a concert of traditional Bund songs, participants also planted a new garden of daffodils outside the hospital in Lodz, in which Edelman worked as cardiologist. The final event was in The Hague, on the occasion of the International Refugee Day. Activities were inspired by the figure of Etty Hillesum, a Jewish woman who lived during the Nazi invasion of the Netherlands. Hillesum wrote a wide set of letters and diaries under Nazi regime, with a recurrent emphasis on fighting hate and injustices with love and tolerance. Jasmine was thus associated to Hillesum as an icon of love, inspiration, purity and trust. During the event, participants had the chance to explore Hillesum's life through a dedicated seminar and public reading, and also to visit the headquarters of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons.
the project like that, the total piece, when essentially builds bridges between nations, and we are trying to understand each other, to know each other.
It was a wonderful experience to share our opinions, our hopes for the future, which influence very much our thinking about the peace in Europe, in the world.
We planted the flowers, the daffodils, to commemorate the great event that we have here in Poland and all the friendship that we're making. And we hope to come back soon and see how they're growing in the future.
It gives me the possibility to discover some new characters and personalities that I didn't know before and who are a little bit controversial and unknown in general.
Well, I think this project is very important because peace and human rights it's one of the most important values and assets that we have in our societies. So we have to work every day to defend it.
Pues hacer una actividad de ciudadanos como lo hacemos con las asociaciones, con todas las posibilidades para que la paz tenga la fuerza que deseamos que tenga.
What is important for us? We have many new friends.